Welcome to the 11th Annual MigFest.
Whatever level of birder you are, or just an interested person in wildlife, MigFest has got something for everybody. That's the nice thing about it. It's got the birds, it's got the people, it's got the location, it's got a peninsula, it's got migration happening, it's got international arrivals in the form of birds from overseas, and anybody that is fascinated by birds in particular and their ability to migrate long distances, then I would say Spurn is the place. We call Spurn a magical place, and it really is, because anything can turn up. Birds have flown long distances from overseas, crossed the North Sea, and basically arrived at Spurn. And there's habitat there for both birds to rest and birds to feed. So perfect, yeah.
There's an incredible amount goes into organising it. We start in February, and the critical thing, the thing that you can't actually spend money and buy, is the keynote speakers on the Friday and the Saturday night. So the first thing we do, the biggest priority, is to think right, who can we find who will really wow the crowd? We look for big names, international names. We look for authors and famous birdwatchers, scientists who can really put together a fascinating talk. And we've been honoured to get some fantastic speakers over the years.
Last year I was there, it was 1,200 honey buzzards in a few hours. They came right over us. So you get a lot of experience and material when you go there.
Svensson's written loads of bird guides in incredible detail, and the detail that he's gone into and the research to be able to produce a book for ringers with phenomenal information about the really finite detail you need to know to be able to age and sex a bird is just incredible. So people like Svensson is such an iconic person for your general birdwatcher and anybody that does any ringing birds.
The British Bird Fair, I came to that a few times. That is enormous. This is a small one, of course. But it's familiar. It's nice to see that how many people know each other. In the British Bird Fair, there were just crowds and crowds. But here it's, oh, hello, nice to meet you again. And that's nice.
Here we are between Kilnsea wetlands to the west and Beacon Ponds to the east of us, and we're seeing plenty of waders. It's high tide on the Humber, and the waders have been forced up onto the wetlands. We're seeing black-tailed godwits, green shank, red shank, and many more. There's a few ducks as well, and gulls and terns.
Oh, we saw a quail. It just kind of dropped in from the rocks into the grass, so it probably would have travelled over the sea. And it would be a bit exhausted, so we didn't want to flush it and cause it any more disturbance, really. But I've never seen one personally, but I've only really been properly birding for about a year and a half, 2 years, so that was my first quail, so I was quite happy about that. But we've had 3 so far in the Spurn Bird Observatory recording area today. One just off the breach, another one we've seen coming off by the seawatching hide, I believe, and now we've just had our 3rd today, so that's pretty good going, to be honest.
So we have walks that go down the peninsula, we have sea watching where you look out to sea, you have visible migration watches, you have the wetlands, so we have walks at all the different places so that whatever the weather, one of the walks or several of the walks will be particularly popular. And then in addition to the bird watching, we have moth traps which we run overnight and then open in the morning so you can see and identify the moths. in the marquees we have illustrated lectures, we have daytime talks, we have a marquee full of stallholders selling everything from birdseed to foreign birdwatching holidays, and the conservation organisations are well represented with the RSPB, Dragonfly, British Dragonfly Association, things like that.
Got a skewer going south. 12 o'clock. Can't see any turbines. No more. It's going up.
We're always sea watching, and normally done early in the morning. There's probably more to see in the mornings and sometimes in the evenings, but with weather like this you never know what's going to go by. So it's been a few turns. And what have you guys seen? Gannets and skewers, yeah, divers. So you never know. I mean, I'm interested in natural history generally, but it's always great fun to see birds that you've never seen before. And there's always a few here.
Hello, thank you for coming along to the ceremony for the Martin Garner Spurn Young Birder competition.
So one of the things that Spurn's really special for is attracting younger, next generation birdwatcher. So there's a perception in birdwatching, like in a lot of things, that the kids are just on their phones and their devices. So Spurn bucks the trend with that. Spurn has a complete wide range of people, from guys who've been birdwatching for 50 years or more to kids who are running around with their binoculars barely out of short trousers, and they seem to have so much energy and fun and really enjoy it.
Well, this morning we went on a walk around Kilnsea wetlands and Beacon Lane, where we saw a few good birds, especially like a garden warbler, which was sat in the hedgerows, along with quite a few reed bunting. That was nice. Also with quite a few little egrets.
Well, it was a lot better than I was expecting, because everyone's really friendly and happy to tell you where things are, and there's loads of birds everywhere.
It's also very good because there's always something on, like you're never really bored or anything. You can always go and do something, and you can spend time with a random person. You'll know they'll just be really nice, like Theo said.
Well, so far it's treated us very nicely. We've had a lot of good birds. We've been very lucky. I think I've had 7 year ticks and 4 of those have been lifers for me, so I couldn't really ask for a better start to it.
The setup's been really well organised. I like that they sent the little packet in advance in the post. I thought that was really nice. All the volunteers have been really helpful. I loved the setup for breakfast. That was really unexpected. They had the little breakfast sort of canteen buffet style going on, which I didn't really know what was happening. So that was really nice.
Thank you.
And all the Spurn ladies are basically wives, girlfriends of all the bird watchers. We tried to produce a really nice field kitchen for the weekend. And for breakfast we're doing bacon, egg, sausage, in any combination you want. So you can have a bacon and egg sandwich, or you can have a bacon, egg and sausage sandwich. They can expect an omelette. And there's vegan choices, of course. And then for lunch we'll do a veg curry, which is suitable for the vegans as well as the vegetarians. We'll do a beef chilli, then we do jacket potatoes with various fillings, cheese, tuna, all the usual things, sandwiches. This year we're doing soup and bread roll as well as more sausage rolls. So there's a pretty good choice to say we're operating from a marquee. And then in the evening, Saturday evening, it's a barbecue. The meat barbecue is cooked outside, and I, with another colleague, we cook our veggie/vegan barbecue in here, so there's no contamination or anything.
The incredible first British record of sulphur-bellied warbler occurred at which observatory in 2021? June.
I think the main development this year is they've got a lot for young birders.
I know there's a lot for new birders, people who are new to bird watching. Everybody is very welcoming and very embracing, making sure that everybody feels comfortable with whatever level of bird watching you're at. Yeah. So it's an amazing experience, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's a privilege to be here.